This is the syllabus video for Math 155, Modern Statistics with Computer Analysis, and I'll just be guiding you to the course's MyClasses page and spend a couple minutes on the syllabus. So first thing you want to do is go to salisbury.edu, click Faculty and Staff up at the top there, then click MyClasses, and then click Login with SU Account. Now I've already put in my username and password. It should be the first part of your email address as well as your SU password, and it should get you to a page that might look something like this. You're going to click on Spring 2026 Math 155. In case you're wondering why there are two numbers, I have two different sections of this course, so you're either in section 513 or 526. Now the first thing to notice is that you can click this right here, and that'll show you the schedule for everything that we plan to do in this course, down to the day, including the final exams. Okay, so if you ever want to know what we're doing tomorrow, or what's the quiz on Friday covering, or I missed class, what did we cover, just check here. All right, and if you ever need to go back, you just click that home button right there. Here's a link to the syllabus video, which in case you missed something in this video or you want to watch it later, you can click that. Let's spend a couple of minutes on the syllabus. You can read the course information. If you have any questions about your eligibility for the course, or if this course will satisfy whatever, you can talk to me. This is my information. I'm Alex Halperin. If you forget my name during class, you can just call me Professor. This is my email address. This is my office. Those are my office hours. If you're not sure, office hours are hours that the professor sets aside for you to come into my office and ask me any question you have about anything related to the course. Don't be shy. Now, regarding the course information, this is the textbook that we're going to be using. Please do not buy it. You have already automatically purchased this by just being enrolled in this course. Now, you don't have a physical copy of it. You have an ebook, which you can access by clicking on this, and we can do that in class. And if we need to set that up in class, then we can. But the idea is that we purchase this through something called inclusive access, which means that you don't have a physical copy of the textbook, but you have an online copy of it called an ebook, as well as access to the homework system, the online homework. And the idea is that this reduces the cost for you, like it's a lower price as a result. Also, this means that you don't need to lug your textbook to class every day, right? You can just open up you can bring your computer, or there are computers in the classroom, and you can just log on there if you need to see the textbook. Now, I have two different sections this semester, so if you're in the 8 a.m. section, then I'll see you bright and early. If not, then I'll see you in the afternoon, okay? There are different rooms depending on which section you're in, so make sure you know which room you're going to, right? 8 a.m., you're going to Devil Bis 127, otherwise you're going to Henson 101. Anyway, our class is going to run a little bit differently from courses you might be used to. A lot of times in college, they run by a lecture format where you do a reading beforehand, there's a lecture in class, and then you do homework afterwards. For us, you, of course, always should read the book, that is true, but the lecture also occurs before class because you're going to watch a video that I have created with notes that you are to print out and fill in and bring to class. And that will be the lecture video. I might also ask a couple of questions that I don't get to in the video, and we can discuss those in class. But there will also be questions attached to the video or assigned to the video, and you need to answer those questions. They're called reading questions, and you will bring them into class the next day, and I will check them for completeness, just to make sure that you did them. I don't care whether you got them right or wrong. I just care that you spent a couple of minutes and attempted them. They should not take very long, 5, maybe 10 minutes at the most, but they should not take very long. It's just kind of a, did you watch the video? Check. All right? So during class, again, I'm going to check the reading to make sure you did the reading questions. We're then going to review the reading questions, and then we're going to work in groups on these in-class questions, which I will also have provided. And then we'll discuss them, right? Sometimes I might have you work on them individually. Sometimes I might have you work in groups. That might mix up a little bit, right? I might even have you present them, right? But that's how we're going to learn in class, right? Is we discuss what we learned in the lecture videos, we work with the material, and then we discuss our answers, right? And then after class, yeah, you do the online homework. Now, that's what happens Monday and Wednesday. Friday is quiz day, right? Every Friday, we'll spend a couple of minutes reviewing, and then I'll give you 40 minutes to take what's called an SLO quiz. SLO stands for Student Learning Outcome. And it will cover the topic that we learned usually that week, as well as previous topics that we've learned in previous weeks. Why? I'll get into that in a sec. But before every class, you probably should be watching a video and filling in the reading questions. During class, you should be doing the in-class problems, and then after class, you should be doing the homework. Before Friday's class, you should also be studying for these SLO quizzes. Just to be clear, reading problems are graded for completeness, not accuracy. Online homework, that is graded for accuracy. It is instant feedback. It is auto-graded. There are due dates, but if you're a little bit late with your homework, that's okay. I won't take off points. I just need you to get it done. You can also attempt your homework as many times as you want. If you get a problem wrong, just redo it. So there's no reason not to do your homework, right? Now let's focus on these SLO quizzes every Friday. They're given every Friday, okay? Each SLO, student learning outcome, is a core concept to this course that we want you to understand. Now, instead of grading your stuff on a 0 to 100 scale or 0 to 10 scale with partial credit, your quiz will receive the grade P for proficiency, means you got everything right. S means you got something wrong. Or NI, needs improvement, you got a bunch of stuff wrong, okay? In order to get an A in this class, you need to have gotten proficiency on almost all of your quizzes by the end of the semester. And you need to have gotten a 90% or better on all of your homeworks, online homework. And you need to do well on all 3 of your projects. Okay? The nice thing about the SLO quizzes is that you can attempt the same SLO more than once. So, for example, if week 1 you don't do well on SLO 1, well, that's okay. In week 2, you'll see it again. And same with week 3 and week 4. Right? Each SLO will occur up to 4 times on a quiz. Okay? There's also a final exam. I can get more into that later, but you can read it right here. These are the SLOs if you want to look at them. Note that last one's participation and engagement, right? That's where your reading questions come into play here, right? Do your reading questions. It's a free piece of credit toward an A. Okay. Try to check your email once a day, please. That's how I send out announcements. If you have a disability that I want to accommodate you, just please make sure you go through the proper channels, because I can't accommodate you without an official letter from the OAA. Usually this is in the form of extra time, but of course if you need me to speak more loudly or whatever it is, you can always meet with me. I will keep everything super confidential. Here are the academic conduct policies right here. You can use Excel or improved calculators for the quizzes, but no other outside sources. That would be cheating. Of course, you should work together on assignments, but in general, you have to write up your work separately. No AI allowed. Come on now. It won't help you anyway, and I'll be able to tell whether you used AI. So there's that. This is just a technical thing about the textbook. If you want to opt out of inclusive access, perhaps because you're taking the course again, you can just follow the instructions here. And that is it.